So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing today. So yesterday I did the driveway. Today I'm going to try to get the building kind of leveled away from the building. So I'm just going to move a lot of this dirt and gravel probably out to here. And then I'm going to keep going up around the front of the building. And I'm just going to try different things. I'm going to start with the box blade and see if that makes a run at it. And I'll probably use the bucket. I don't know. I might try to use the bucket as well. We'll see. Work on it for a few hours and see if I can make progress. You can kind of see I at least got it leveled out. It's sloping slightly away from the building. It needs more leveling down there. What I'm trying to do is get the dirt here and down into this. Ooh. It's supposed to rain all weekend. Now it's pulling up a bunch of these rocks. I'm gonna load the rocks and take them to the back gully. And I'm just gonna let this sit, and I'll probably wind up taking more dirt out of here. So I've just got to slope it away from the building so that water, if water gets into this area, it goes away from the building. What it's wanting to do is come down this hill, and it's looking for the lowest spot, which is right there, which is not ideal. So I'm gonna do what I just did there. I'm gonna get it leveled away from the building, and I've got a laser level. Like, I know I'm not there yet, but I just wanted to get some of that dirt pushed down. I'm also trying to fill in this area here because this is too low because it's washed out over the years. Because when we're backing the RV in, that's quite a little hill to go up. So I'm trying to level this out a little bit more. So probably all the dirt that I pull out of here is gonna go in this little area, and then I'll pour gravel on top of that. It's gonna be a muddy mess until I get that taken care of though. And then all that dirt just got pushed out into here. So I'm starting to level this hill off and build that down there up. It's exactly the goal. So I'm going home. I've got all my measurements for everything. I'm going to draw my retaining walls out. I know how tall they're needing to be. And I'm going to start pricing out kind of what that's going to cost, and then figuring out what equipment I need. I don't think my little tractor, I could do it with the tractor, but it would take forever. So I'll probably, I know for the retaining walls, I probably don't need footings for the kind of walls that we're doing. But some of these bigger walls over here are like 6 foot or taller, and I'll definitely need a concrete footing for those. I think that's one of the type of wall we're doing is going to make a big difference on that. So I'll call the people and find out what they say on that. And then I just got to figure out how I'm going to dig it out. I think I don't know, probably could do a front end, a track hoe, but probably an excavator. If I'm digging out footings, I'm going to need an excavator. And then I can, what I had initially thought, and this is, I have no clue if this is what I need to do, I thought I would dig it out with an excavator and then scoop it with my tractor and then put it in a dump bed and then take it back and fill in the gully that I need to fill in back there when I take those hay bales out. I'm going to be moving a pretty good amount of dirt, so I might as well reuse it, and I need it back there. Killing multiple birds with the same stone. It's always a good plan. So I started here, just kind of proof of concepting, can I dig and get it level? Because this was up like this. It was mounded up higher than the building, and I leveled it out and drug the dirt down there. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm going to dig this area out. I've kind of drawn in where my retaining wall is going to be. And I'm just going to start scraping this off and digging it out. And I don't really know where I'm going to put all the dirt. If it's dirt, I'm probably going to put it up here in this ditch. And if it's gravel, I'll dump it down here. That's going to be, this is going to take a while, because that's taking off a lot of dirt. I'm not even sure that my box blade is going to work for this. Like, I may need to get an excavator. I'm definitely going to have to have an excavator over here, so I may have to excavate this when I have the excavator out here. But I'll play around with it today and see. I'd like to at least get up close to the building and get it where water's not jumping into the building there. I'm totally not done, but I have dug a lot of dirt out. And then I'm taking the dirt and I filled in a gully up there. And then I'm leveling off that hill up there above my retaining wall because it's still a little steep in that one area. So I'm gonna level that out. And then, so all this dirt will go up there. Now you can also see right here, there's a line. So every time the box blade gets right here, it gets stuck on something. And I'm pretty sure I know it is the sewer. I think it's the septic tank right in here, right outside the house. So it's about a few inches down right here. I'm gonna dig manually and see if I hit the top of a tank. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So that's definitely the septic tank. Now I've pulled the permit on this and it's a 1,000-gallon septic tank. And it was buried under a bunch of, obviously, it was buried. So I'm gonna pull the tractor around and then I'm gonna dig all the dirt off of that into the bucket and go dump that dirt. And that way I know where it is and I don't keep hitting it because I've hit it a few times. All right, septic tank. Now that I've got kind of, it makes a little, looks like a little curve, like a Y. It looks like it makes like an L. So I think now that I've got it kind of uncovered, I'm gonna try to use my bucket to unearth the rest of it. I just want to know where this is at so that when I'm grading, I don't keep hitting, because I've hit it a few times with the with those lugs on the box blade, and they dig in and hit it, and I just don't want to be chipping away at that. So that's the top of it, and there's the edge of the building. So it's just below grade. I'm assuming there's a lid somewhere. So I'm just going to try to get some of this extra dirt off with the bucket. Because I'm supposed to go to the gym today, and that may be my deadlift workout for the day. Shoveling's hard. All right, that's the septic tank. Uncovered. Luckily, the septic guy's coming Tuesday to meet me to talk about it, so I'm gonna wait and let him open that. You know, tell him what's in there. So I got dug out pretty good today. It's slow going. And this is just solid red clay down here. I got a little dirt there. So I'm gonna get that. My box blade had come screwed different and it was like doing it at an angle. I wondered why it was acting so weird. So I will do the rest of this building and get this leveled away from the building. So that's just, it's not supposed to rain tonight. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but the chance of rain has gone down pretty considerably. So I think I'll be fine. I don't think it's gonna flood anything. Even if it does, it just goes in the building and who cares? It's going in the building anyway. So this is what we call in the business a grade A certified mess. And when it rains, it's going to be even worse. But this is eventually going to be a porch with retaining walls. It'll keep all the water out. So I told Emily today, I showed her my driveway grading back in the back, and she's like, oh wow, that's a lot. So I told her, you just have to make the vision come true. You got the vision, you just got to make it happen. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm going to make it happen. So why I'm on the tractor so much, I've got a lot of projects going. I've also got fence rows to clean out, but, so Emily's not, she doesn't come out, she's at work today. So, you know, days that she's not here, she will usually mow when she's here on the tractor. And what I'll do on days that she has the tractor busy mowing is that's the days that I'll clean out fence rows. When she's not here and she's not using the tractor, I got to keep the tractor running, and that's the days I do things like this where I'm grading and, you know, using the bucket and clearing with the tractor, using the chipper. You know, I'm basically using the tractor when she's not using the tractor. So I'll get back to fence rows. Like that fence row is probably the next thing that I'll clear. And then I'm going to go down this edge of the farm, and I'm going back into the woods. Part of it is it's really hot. You know, we're at the end of summer. So that's really a good winter project because I already know which trees and shrubs I'm going to keep. So, which is not many. Everything's coming out. So, you know, it's a good winter project to be, you know, digging through fence rows and pulling trees down and chopping trees up. You know, if you cut your own wood, it warms you twice. My grandfather had that on his wall. So that's what my bucket wound up like. And what happened was, and it happens on the front, the top all the time. The top link, it will unscrew itself, and you have to come back and either put it back. And you can see what it did. It just, for some reason, it became unscrewed. You know, it wedges into that bolt and locks into place, but for some reason it came unscrewed and it makes it unlevel. And I did not want that to be unlevel. I wanted it to be flat. Now, I actually do want it to be that unlevel when I'm grading away from the, once I get it, you know, dug out, I will do it like that to get it to grade away from the house. But we're not there yet. But that said, the things I'm doing right now are totally within my power. I mean, I have a little tractor. It is doing perfect work at what I want it to do. I mean, grading out and leveling, and, you know, I need to get some loads of gravel now. You know, digging this out is probably a little bigger project than that tractor's made for, but it'll just take longer. But I'm not really in a hurry. And the other reason I'm doing it is because I need that dirt up here. And these are all things I know how to do. I mean, I know I need dirt from here, and I know I need it up here to level everything out. And as long as I know easily what I'm doing on all this stuff, I'm going to do it. The only stuff I get a little queasy about doing is when it starts becoming way bigger projects, like full-on construction efforts. You know, I still work. I still got a day job. So I'm not sure I want to spend a year in a construction project figuring out things that, frankly, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Some of that might be fun, but some of it might not be. And it may just be completely arduous for me to even learn the things when I could just pay somebody for their knowledge. You know, it's just like this morning. I met the septic guy, and I just got to ask him. I mean, he deals with it all day, every day, and I got to ask him all my questions, and in 30 minutes, you know, for the price of a service call in 30 minutes, I got all my questions answered, and I have a game plan for several different options of what we could do. It would have taken me, I would have been watching YouTube videos about septic systems for, you know, months. And you can go get your septic certification. I mean, there's all kind of stuff you can do. It's just a matter of, do I want to spend my time doing that? If I didn't have a full-time job, maybe it would be worth my time, and, you know, I may have an interest in that, but probably not. I mean, I don't want to become a septic person. And it's not worth investing all the time in that to learn that for one septic system. So, you know, that's the answer to all this, is coming up with the right mix of what do I do, what do I pay people to do, and making that make sense and not just be pig-headed and stubborn about it. It's not all about just saving money. It's time and money. You have to figure out, is it worth your time to invest all that you're going to have to do it right? I mean, to figure out a septic system and install a septic system, you got to learn a lot of things, and I don't want to be making the mistakes on my system that I'm going to be living with for the next however many years. So, you know, find somebody good, pay them to do it, and focus your energies on other things. What are those other things? So, Getting up next to the building is pretty hard with the tractor. It just keeps kind of mounding up. So, you know, I can get back down to grade. You know, right there's the edge of the building. So I'm just scraping some of this into the bucket by hand. So I'll do that. Slower going, but accomplishes the result. Moved some more dirt out of here, got this a little more leveled off away from the building. See how that does. And then most of the time I spent up here grading. So the red flags are going to be a retaining wall, and I was trying to get this leveled off above the retaining wall because it was really steep there. And I want to be able to mow with the big mower. So I've been dumping dirt from down there, taking it out of there, and putting it up here to level this off. And I got it pretty good. I think the steepest angle is a 15 degree, which I'm totally comfortable, and that's over here. And I'm totally comfortable riding on the mower at a 15 degree angle. I think it'll work out nicely. So that's nice and level, and then the wall will start here and go down there. Everywhere where it's real steep, that's going to get chopped into with the retaining wall. And I haven't decided if I'm going to build the retaining wall or if I'm going to pay somebody. I'm definitely going to get it quoted, because that is a big job. That would take me forever to get that done, but it's going to be an expensive wall too. So if it's a DIY, do it yourself, I'll do it, and it's just going to take forever. And if it's a pay somebody to do it, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait probably closer until we do the rest of the construction on the building, which is a year or two off, maybe 3. So I'll find other things to do if I decide not to put in a wall. That is a big, huge job. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet. I think it might be fun to rent a bunch of equipment and build a wall. Build the wall. All right, I'm going to knock off for this weekend. The sewer guy's coming. I'm meeting him this week. And you can kind of see right there, that's where the edge of the slab is. And what I want to do is grade it out this way and go out to this where I've just remarked this wall. That's going to be a retaining wall. So I've still got several feet of dirt to dig out, and the box blade does a fine job. So I'm just going to keep at it with my tractor and just scrape all this dirt out and put it where I need it. It's a lot of dirt to move. At some point I'm probably going to need to move the dirt somewhere else, because that's several feet down. And then out, this is the outside of the, like there's the inside of the wall, and it may go further that way depending on what our architect says the porch is going to be. But for now I'm going to keep digging to there. And then it'll be time to start digging the wall. And I'll get an excavator to do that. And I'll dig all that out. And we'll probably do this retaining wall first before I start messing with that big one. That way I can get the water away from the house here. So that's my next project, is keep grading and get ready to build the wall. Build the wall. Say it like a socialist.
Build the wall.
Say it like a fascist. Build the wall. Insert Donald Trump or Arrested Development. We're watching Arrested Development right now, and they keep wanting to build the wall. Season 4, Season 5.